All right, welcome back to Houston. That's the Toyota Center. That's where we're at as Dallas is going to take on Houston. Dallas needs to get a win. Houston is trying to kind of save their season. I'm Brian Scalabrine alongside Jimmy Jackson. What do you think about a game like this where you have a team that's shorthanded versus a team that's been disappointing all year?
It's a schedule game because a team like Power, who's looking to continue to advance, is playing shorthanded against a team that hasn't won. So it may be in their favor. That's not taking anything from Houston, but the schedule dictates that this is a game that they can still win despite not having their two best players.
Yeah, Greg Monroe is going to be out. Here's what they're missing. I mean, he was dominant last week. Did everything, 25 and 17, and he has been the reason that Power has continued to do well.
Well, because he's rim protection, he can score, and he's making plays to his teammates, and you combine that too with Paul Millsap playing well. That's why this team, as you talked about, the Ball Hawks, extremely talented, can win it. This is one as well when they're healthy.
And they're going to have to figure out, this guy, Glenn Rice Jr., is going to have to figure out a way to not only just continue to run his team, but shoot the ball well. Look at the last 2 weeks, the way he's been playing. And on the other side, this is Houston Righans, and you know, they have 5 consecutive losses, 3 of them by 10 points or less. Worst differential. I get it. Like, they're missing Gerald Green. The team is different, but this team was dominant last year, and they've really struggled this year.
But they won games close. You said you lost 3 games by 10 points. They won those games last year.
100%.
Defensively, they locked in. They made shots. So offensively, they're not scoring the ball well. They're not rebounding well, and they're not finishing games, and that's the difference with this Houston team.
All right, so Calvin Murphy played for the Houston Rockets from 1971 to 1983, and he was inducted to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in '93. And he's a bona fide star player and a bona fide star here in Houston. And he's with our guy, Chris Haynes.
Houston legend Calvin Murphy, head coach of the Houston squad. Listen, Cal, I know the season hasn't gone up to point to where you guys expected, but what is the mission moving forward?
Well, this game can erase the last 3 right now. I'm expecting us to give a gallant effort to win this game at home. This is a major game for this franchise. I feel like it's my rookie year, my first game myself.
I'll let you get ready. It seems like you pumped up already, my brother.
No question about that.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, guys. Back to you guys.
All right, on the other side, Nancy Lieberman, who has been phenomenal. I mean, when her team is not playing well, she calls timeout, she makes adjustments, and her team has responded her 7th season as a Power head coach.
Hey, you can go back to those Hall of Fame, those pictures of Calvin Murphy. And when I see him, you know who he always reminds me of? Twin brothers for the Whispers. Walter and Wallace Scotty Yurts. And you see the suit they got on right now. He's ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
He is ready. We got to get a pass shot of that.
He is fired up.
Oh, man. Beautiful play out the timeout that time. And he's in you know, Calvin Murphy said we got a chance here. Beautiful play by backdoor cut. That's what you're going to get for TJ Klein. A lot of cutting, backdoor cuts. But Calvin Murphy said, listen, it puts ourselves in a situation we can win this game. Now we got another week to win another game. And teams are going to come back. We saw that earlier. You know, the Amps coming back to 4-3.
And this is like, last year at Bivouac, they made every hustle play, got every 50-50 ball. They just grinded out wins. And it was really nice for them when you had Gerald Green that can come in the game and get you 15 points in about 3 minutes.
But it was that energy hustle, creating second shots for their offense, limiting their their opponents to one shot. And like you said, winning the battle with the 50-50 balls, man.
Yeah, they were all over it.
Taking charges.
Yeah, they did all those things, and it made a big difference. Garland Green gets a little bit of contact. Counters, goes up, no good. Drexler with the rebound. Brewer driving that closeout. Nice.
And, you know, Corey was dominant. Remember, you talking about Corey Brewer was in the discussion, deep discussion for the MVP last year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I was almost surprised when Beasley got it.
Because from a two-way perspective, he is probably one of the most dominant defensive players in the league, and he proved that he could score the basketball last year.
There he is again with a hustle play, and that's what he did. And it was every game all the way up until 50 points.
Yep.
Like everything they got it out of the mud, you know, as an analogy. They just like fought for everything they had. It's just different this year. There's TJ Klein with that dive. Brewer gets the rebound, clears it quickly. No good. A lot of offensive firepower here. Summers on miss. Brewer spins. Yeah, got clipped on the arm.
Now, talk to Coach Nancy Lieberman. She said this. TJ Klein is playing his best basketball, not just his best basketball for power. She said when he's playing overseas. Right now,
okay,
he's at a different level playing. And she said also, okay, we don't have our two guys. We know Glenn has to play well, but then John Millsap, you know, somebody else has to step up to kind of fill that void. And speaking of Millsap trying to substitute his way in, he said they're going to need a big game. Now, big game is rebounding, defense, making plays, knocking some shots. That's not going out to score 30 points. She didn't need it.
Yeah, not turning it over, not missing those. Oh, Glenn Rice for 4. Not missing the rim. Like all those little things in the big three that are really important.
Yeah.
Green with a little step through. Nice move. Really nice move.
Good footwork. That pivot stayed connected to the deck.
Right away. On timeout. Nancy Lieberman, she's done this last 3 games in a row. And when she calls a timeout, her team usually responds to see if Power can find out a way to get a win. Radio is now the exclusive audio home of Big 3 basketball. Download the free iHeartRadio app today for your favorite music, podcast, and Big 3 play-by-play coverage. Let's take a look at the updated standings. And we're going to be watching this all night long. Miami, Dallas, Chicago, Boston, Detroit, all with 4 wins. Obviously, that'll be some changes as it goes along. LA is still alive. Houston and DMV, they're here to play spoiler, to get people out of the playoffs. But huge win earlier for Ball Hogs, going to 4-3.
When you think about Triplets, Miami, they play. So one of those are going to fall back to 4-3. One will elevate to 5-2 that separate themselves, you know, from the pack. So a lot is on the line in these games, and right now, you know, the Power have to figure out how to settle in, get some shots, get some stops, but then offensively start to put the ball in the hoop.
There's Rice. Telling Millsap to cut. He cuts. Gets fouled. Rice does a lot for this team. He has to make shots. He has to make plays. He has to guard the best player. He did a great job in the second half of last week's game. And he also has to get everyone involved.
Well, and he's taking on a different role this year, too, because of the emergence of a Greg Monroe and Paul Millsap playing better basketball coming off the injury, that he didn't have to kind of carry the load offensively. But this is one of those games where he has to get back into Glenn Rice Jr. mode, where he has to be on the attack and not necessarily just shoot the ball, but force the defense to honor that and then make some plays. Good hand that time by TJ Klein.
Klein takes that steady dribble. This is the 3. Brewer. Aggressive all day so far. Klein, Rice, pump fakes, kicks it out. Millsap wide open.
Not really a shot right there. And you see how long it took him to kind of line the feet up, line the ball up. When you're a shooter, you're able to catch that in that shooting pocket and let it go.
Here's Houston. We're looking to go. Looks that spin move.
Good hands that time. A little deflection here now. Houston able to get underneath out of bounds play. Keep in mind only 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Garland Green pushing off, getting wide open. Clear by Millsap. Here's Rice. Gonna have to get going. In and out. Millsap taking his time. Gets the 2.
And there you go. Just the little things we talked about, what Millsap has to bring to the table. I mean, in the position there with offensive rebound to put it back in.
Brewer inside, man, gets it back and finishes. When I think of Brewer, I think of he's relentless at attacking, relentless at getting offensive rebounds and finding a way to put that ball back in. Klein on the roll, very good at doing that.
And that's the thing about when you play against TJ Klein in this power team, whether it's underneath out of bounds, side out of bounds, in the half-court set, if you're watching the ball, he's going to back cut you and end up getting the layup. And we've seen it twice already in the first half with Klein getting to the basket.
Klein is technically sound. Like he slips every screen.
But he knows his game. One, he knows that he's not going to beat some of these guys off the dribble, okay, and trying to bounce. But what he can do is utilize their lack of awareness at times by watching the ball to get open baskets.
Yeah, TJ Klein was 7 foot tall. He'd be making $50 million.
Oh, ain't no question. No question.
he would be
what?
nasty. The way he rolls out of screens and stuff.
Putting all kind of pressure on
that gets you paid.
Yeah. And he's like Hartenstein, able to make plays.
100%. He's like Hartenstein.
He's like able to put him at the free throw line. He'll see over the defense. You go to sleep, he's there at the rim.
Yeah. And everybody that plays knows you don't want to play against guys like that.
Bro,
you just don't. You hate it. You hate it. I'd rather go play against a guy that has a bag than play against that.
I got to ask, we were doing a podcast, like, who was the toughest guy? Again, Michael was different.
Yeah,
I said, but I would rather guard a guy that handles the ball a lot than a guy like Steph.
Oh, yeah. It's impossible.
Richard Hamilton, Reggie Miller, because they're running the entire game.
Yeah. Well, I have a funny story. We had Tony Allen. He was amazing against D Wade in the playoffs, and then LeBron, and then we played against Orlando, and he got blitzed by JJ Redick.
You know what?
You know what?
He's moving the whole time.
That stuff is hard, man.
Right?
It's hard
to guard.
Here's Klein outside, moves that ball. Rice got to get going. Oh, good. He has to keep shooting though.
Yeah, everything's coming up a little bit short on that jump shot.
Garland Green, he fades.
Good defense.
And hits the glass shot.
Hey, bro.
I'm not sure he was calling glass.
He ain't had to call it. He made it. But it was really, I mean, when a guy makes a shot like that, you just pat him on the butt and say, good shot, bro.
Hey, you're a pro. That's what you say.
Yeah.
All right, here's Klein. It's the screen. Oh, good play by Drexler. Back to Klein. It's a big shot. Now it's long, making those adjustments. But he's going to keep on shooting. Oh, man, Rice is all over the place. He is all over the place right now, but they need him. I don't care what's happening. Glenn Rice Jr. is going to have to score 20 if Power wants to win this game. They just don't have enough firepower out there.
Well, and despite probably not playing their best offense, it's only a 2-possession game. Right? You know, and that's something you have to lean into, because if you can make a 4-0, 6-0, 8-2 run, now you're in driver's position, but you can't give up that deep post position inside and expect not to give up a basket.
Usually when Power needs something going, they run just 2 guys in the corner, and they let Rice just go one-on-one. One way or another, they're going to have to get him going. Good cut by Millsap. Steps through. Oh, they got fouled. And this is the stuff you were talking about with Millsap, just finding ways to impact the game.
Well, I got a lot like TJ Klein, just backdoor cuts right here. Read the defense, gather, take your time, use your footwork, pick up the foul. Now you get yourself to the free throw line. So these extra 4 to 6 to 8 points when you're trying to get back in the game and win it adds so much value, but it's not like you're calling plays for them.
No, you just got to find a way to, whatever it is. 8 points makes a huge difference.
Big difference.
Yeah, so 14-10, only down 2 possessions. And Dallas playing really good defense right now. Here's Green. inside Johnson, who's got some game down there on the block. Kicks it out. Green for three. It's a lid on this basket for these two teams. Brewer, oh, nice counter move on the baseline, but no good. But he's gonna get fouled. See it right here. Here's the contact. Goes right through it. And that'll get us to the first break. Houston looking to play spoiler over Dallas. Dallas have to find a way to score some points. 16-10 Houston, the home team, with the lead. Catch more hoop action as the Indiana Fever take on the Los Angeles Sparks in a WNBA Showdown Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, featuring full pre- and post-game coverage with WNBA legend Lisa Leslie and the We Need to Talk crew. Let's take a look at the fadeaway presented by Bevel.
Well, here it is inside defensively. Did he call it? Doesn't matter because it went in. Green able to utilize just enough of the backboard. Got it up and over the outstretched arms of TJ Klein.
Power down by 6. Need Glenn Rice to get going. Going against Corey Brewer up top. Good defense by Brewer.
And that's 8 consecutive shots that somebody missed. Ooh.
And that's another guy that we didn't really talk about yet, is Summers.
Yes.
Summers, he's a Big 3 veteran. He can get it going.
Well, and one thing with Glenn Rice Jr. too is 0 for 8. Are you settling for shots? When you're struggling, you got to try to figure out how to get to the free throw line and get some easier shots to kind of get that rhythm going.
Garland Green. A lot of misses right now.
Yeah.
Not going to stop shooting. And it only takes one, Jimmy.
It does too. And that time, he was able to set his feet. Millsap doing the little things again. Offensive rebound, recognizing who's open. And finally, Glenn Rice Jr. able to touch the bottom of the nets.
Yeah, it only takes one to get going, and they're going to need Glenn Rice Jr. to get going. Righand's holding on to a 1-point lead. Calvin Murphy wants to talk it over. And we've been talking about it a lot. Next Saturday on CBS, playoff spots are available, and they're on the line. And we will be in Los Angeles to see all the storylines unfold at the regular season finale of the Big 3. And our live coverage begins at 4 Eastern on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Montrezl came and gave me a...
Yeah.
He was choke holding me as I was doing that read. Sorry about that read.
Hey, shout out to the legend in Big 3. Good hands that time by Summers. Rashard Lewis stopped by behind us. Talk about the run he had at the beginning of this league and how tough he was. Shout out.
A lot of Big 3 guys here. We got Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis is here.
And my boy Steve Francis just walked in the building.
Stevie Franchise.
Stevie Franchise just walked in the building right now, dapping us up. I think.
Jimmy Jackson.
Tell him, Steve.
Well, one day, I was having one of the best games of my life.
And what happened?
I thought it was beat the Los Angeles Lakers. He said I threw a ball to his ankle.
He didn't want me to shoot the ball. He threw it right.
We're getting the inside stuff here in the Big 3. He's still mad about a game that happened 20 years ago. That's amazing. Players are amazing like that.
Yeah, Steve didn't have a shot, and he threw it to me at the last minute.
Threw you a grenade?
What? In the corner.
There's Jeff Ayers checking in. He could shoot the ball. It is amazing when you look at this team. Like, they should be better.
But they got away from the identity of who they were last year. And how many times have we seen it in professional sports? The foul right there by Brewer. You win it, and that next season, it's a little bit not the same sense of urgency. And Calvin Murphy, a.k.a. part of the whispers right there.
You got to bring the fire. Brought to you by Red Lobster. Glenn Rice, Corey Brewer, this could be good. And this is another thing that you got to factor in. Glenn Rice, he makes this that could also get him going.
Yeah, especially when a one-on-one opportunity against a really good, outstanding defensive player. And not that he needs the confidence, but every player that struggles with a shot, love to see it going against that, like right there.
Just
and
like
he went
that.
right to it, too.
Just like that.
He didn't play around with it.
And for him, he's got to think, you know what, I'm hot now.
Look at this. Waste no time. You got to wait with a travel. But he put his head down, shoulder down, used that big body, kind of back Corey Brewer up. Got to a nice little spot inside the lane and able to utilize the size right there to put another basket and cut his lead to 1 right now by Houston.
And that's 3 fouls on Brewer, so he has to sit right for the first half. There's Rice throwing it back, Klein, quick finish.
And what that does too is with Brewer, you're taking away a decision maker and playmaker. Okay, now look at the lineup that's out here for Houston. Who's going to make plays for you? Not shots.
Wait.
Ayers is not, Johnson is not. You see, it makes it a little bit more difficult and puts more pressure. Uh-oh.
We're going to bring the fire here. Adam Drexler.
Yep, on Drexler.
Nancy Lieberman is going to bring the fire, and that's going to be brought to you by Red Lobster. Adam Drexler, TJ Klein. Like the mother and father of the big three. Kids are going to duke it out here. Drexler. Jab. Steps away. Got time. He fades. Oh, he shoots the fade away. Points up to the number 22 up in the rafters.
And TJ Klein still can't believe it. The defense is there. Recovers, pushes him out, hand up. Like we know, good D, better O, baby.
Rice up high, and he's hot. Now you got to deal with a Glenn Rice Jr. who has been struggling the last 2 weeks and probably the first part of this game, and he seems to be locked in right now.
Well, imagine if Power is able to take the lead in the halftime. Struggling early, but kind of found his rhythm late in the second half. Reach in right there on TJ Klein.
Yeah. Easy call.
Yep. But TJ, you got to realize too, sometimes when you can't overhelp. When your teammate has the guy under control, you don't need to reach in. And that time, got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah, so teams in the bonus get the ball back after any made free throw for the rest of the half, except if you get an and one, which I actually didn't know that. I've been a part of this league for 8 years. Oh, man, no goaltend? That's a great play by Johnson.
And the response now by Houston, kind of getting their backs against the wall. And Nancy Lieberman wants to review this, but I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think you can.
Yeah, on that. I think the officials gave her that definition there.
Oh, good defense by Ayers. Glenn Rice for 4. Johnson with the rebound. Drexler for 3. Nails it. How about Houston figuring out a way? No Brewer, no Garland Green. This was a good run by the guys in the game.
And Brewer on the bench, but figuring out ways to respond to a run. And Houston able to do that and take the lead at half, which I think is huge. And there's
Gerald Green.
Gerald Green.
That was like the missing link this year. He's back. High-fiving his guys. Let's go to Chris.
Drex, you ain't no pushover in this league, man. What are you trying to prove out here?
Nah, I just love competing. I was taught by the best. Got Hall of Fame DNA, so I'm just going out there. I love the game, I love to compete, so. And luckily my team provides us the ability to compete and play well as a team, so.
Jim Jackson talked on the broadcast booth about you guys trying to play the spoilers moving forward. Is that something you guys are going to take pride in?
Oh yeah, well, what'd you say? Say again?
Is that something you guys want to take pride in, trying to play the spoiler?
Oh yeah, I think for us it's about every game, but more importantly it's about Houston, you know, representing this city and showing the fans what they came here to see. So we want to get the win for our city.
Clyde the Glide Jr., man. Thank you, brother, for your time.
All right, let's see if Houston can play that spoiler. There's Clyde the Glide. Proud Papa. Adam Drexler doing his thing right now, and I'm telling you, this game is going to be really good in the second half. Power's heating up. Houston's heating up. Back after the half.
The Big Three on CBS Sports is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And by Walmart. Try Pharmacy Express Delivery.
All right, welcome back to H-Town. Man, what a good game so far. Started out choppy, and then all of a sudden just kind of opened up.
But Houston wanted to prove a point. We may be 1-5, but we can still win a basketball game. So they came out with that power, little short and underman, made a run, finally got back into it, but Houston did an excellent job of closing out the half. Speaking of which, we got some house cleaning to do.
Yeah, it's, that last bucket didn't count because they didn't clear the lane, but we'll get into that in a second. Now the juiciest moment of the half, brought to you by Simply Spike Bold. 21 and over, contains alcohol, celebrate responsibly.
Well, it was Drexler Jr. here, one-on-one, bring the 5. Nancy Lieberman thought that TJ could kind of stop him one-on-one, but Drexler, he talked about it in his interview with Chris Haynes. He comes from superb DNA, and here's the play right now.
Oh, man, that is close.
That is, was it on Ayers?
Both guys, both guys had their foot on the line.
Let's
take a look.
So Ayers is there. Well, no, Johnson is clearly out.
Wow, both of you guys didn't look like they were out. Well, I didn't see it like
where's
that.
the clearance?
Can I see that one more time?
Yeah.
I felt like Ayers got out and Johnson got out.
was outside, above the block, outside of that, and Ayers. So let's see it one more time. Okay, Johnson is out. Ayers, number 12, is backing Rice. Shot is up, he's out. Then he steps back in. Now,
I don't know.
Oh wait,
Oh, I see.
It was Drexler
shot the 2.
Shot the 2. So his foot was on the line, but he never cleared the 3-point line.
Yeah.
That's where it was at.
Got it, okay.
All right.
Both guys cleared the paint.
Great camera work that time.
Drexler. All right, we got this. So now it's 24-21. There's Klein on the back door. Hammered. No call.
That's big 3.
Air stared at
That's
him.
big 3.
All right. No reset. I don't think it should be a reset. That ball was blocked. Huge run. Calvin Murphy went with the same guys. Johnson, Ayers, Drexler. Keeping Brewer on the bench. Summers steps back. He knocks down. That's a 3-point shot.
But you talked about Summers, his ability to kind of be a game changer because he can not just get the ball to the basket, but do that stretch to defense, able to tie this thing up at 24.
Drexler inside to Johnson. Jump hook doesn't fall. Klein clears it. Summers again. Aggressive. Foul on the floor. Man, I don't know. I think Summers can hoop. I think he's a guy that can get you like 12 points. So when you're looking at what they need to, you have to figure out how to score 50.
Well, but is he, I'm going to give you the ball, you go to work, or is it reverse,
Just
get
like
him on
that.
the second side, then
Just
he
like
goes.
that.
Okay.
Yep. A 3 off a move, or catching it and going right away.
Shot clock.
Shot clock problem.
The Power's at their best, though. When they move, they cut, and now, if it's not a backdoor thing, Glen Rice Jr. has space to operate.
Going again. Summers the guy with the hot hand. They go over to Klein. No good. Rebound Johnson.
Yeah, but even on that play, the movement got Klein that open jump shot.
Johnson aggressive. No good. Great rebound on the weak side by Glen Rice Jr. Some guys just have a knack for the ball.
Yeah, they do.
He is such a good basketball player. It's not just shooting for him. It's passing. It's rebounding. He can guard well.
Well, I think with this lineup he has too, he has to do all of that for power. Speaking of that, Summers right now kind of finding his rhythm. Glenn Rice Jr. has to do all of that because with Greg Monroe and Paul Millsap, it's a lot easier to drop it into them and they can go to work. But with this lineup now, and Drexler with the shot, right, great response. He has to be the catalyst to kind of get his guys in situations where they can be effective offensively.
Summers a hot man so far.
Why not?
Yeah, and they're going to keep going to him.
Well, he has the advantage over Ayers, too, from a quickness perspective. Ayers is going to guard the paint more so. But Summers is like, no, you got to step out a little bit further, big fella.
Drexler attacking. Rice almost got the steal, but Johnson inside. Drexler, extra pass, Ayers. He can shoot it from there. That's going to be short. Johnson with the board, and he'll finish it. I wonder how much longer Calvin Murphy will go with this group. I mean, they're playing good basketball, but there's an expiration date on that.
Exactly. It is, too, because now you're extending minutes of Drexler to kind of run the offense, and you're going to need Brewer and Green to be able, if this is a close game, to finish. And it may pay off. Maybe a little bit of rest at the end of the first half, beginning of the second. They played through the second half again. Remember, Brewer had those 3 fouls too, but not that you can foul out.
Summers again. Man, it's hot. They needed a spark, and they got it. Number 35. Drexler looking inside. Johnson. One staying home. Johnson going to the back down. Kicks it out. Ayers for 3. And the lid is off the hoop. Like what we're seeing right now from both these teams.
But it doesn't seem like the offense on both sides is a little bit more fluid. It's making the right
direct.
pass.
Yeah. They're going to the hot man, and the spacing is really good.
And you're not, you're not forcing those shots. Those are coming off dribble penetration, one-on-one. Now you're able to get clean looks at the basket. That was a little bit forced right that time by Rice Jr.
Johnson, pull it for 3. Oh, what a play by Ayers as he go up. Pounds his chest 2 times.
Let's take a look here. He just,
TJ got clobbered. Well, you got to go check off.
I know. Easier said than done when they 260 pounds come at you. Oh, man. Where's Summers at right now? 10, 12 points now?
It's got to have all of it in the second half.
Right. 13.
He became the game high lead, the game high scorer.
With 13 straight points. I think he heard you when you talked about it, he being able to get it going.
He can hoop.
Oh, yeah.
And Johnson, too. And it's funny how offense does like that in the big 3. All of a sudden, a couple guys make shots, and everybody's making shots.
Yeah.
There's Glenn Rice Jr. 3 ball, it's up.
So for that kind of second half, man. The team that can get multiple stops.
Yep, will be the team that can, that can separate.
Yep.
Drexler. Johnson, he's going to have to go. 7 on the clock. Attacking, there's a foul.
Man, Johnson called the pick and roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, that's what the big 3 is about. It's not always standard stuff. It's just 3 guys out there.
That's right.
You want to run action, this is the action you're going to run.
Yeah, he called it out front. He got by his man, and that time he felt it. So playing with that taped up left wrist or hand.
Garland Green's going to check back in. And he needs to provide a spark. Brewer needs to provide a spark. But give credit to Johnson, Drexler, and Ayers. All 3 of those guys did a great job when they had their back against the wall.
Well, that closing lineup may be Brewer coming back in for Drexler. Closing out with Green and Johnson on the court.
Johnson dribble handoffs. Green. Another foul. One thing you have to look for is foul trouble.
That's right.
3 fouls for Power. 37-37. Playoff implications on the line. If you're Dallas, you're trying to survive this week and get back Millsap, get back Greg Monroe.
Yeah.
Houston trying to be a spoiler. Doesn't want to lose at home. Johnson working that baseline. Goes over to Green. Oh, they got him with the travel.
Well, he had the shot when he caught it. You know?
Weird why he would come over not from three.
I know.
There was no space.
No space whatsoever.
Yeah, Calvin Murphy saying the same thing. You got to let that thing go. All right. Rice is their guy. TJ flips the screen. Rice goes in for the layup. And one.
And a little confusion that time on how he was going to play that pick and roll.
It's because of TJ Klein.
Exactly.
It's a simple play of like he went up and then he flipped it.
Right here, it's like in between. It's like, Drexler, do I help? Green, am I staying on? And when you're in that gray area, a really good offensive player like Glenn Rice Jr. will make you pay every time.
Yeah, you got to really communicate those actions. All right, 39-37. Big free throw right here. All right, make it 40-37. And we're going to go to break. These last 10 points, a lot on the line here in the H. Can Power figure out a way to score 10 more? Is Houston going to be the spoiler? Houston, but coming up next, we move from the court to the course for live PGA Tour coverage of the Wyndham Championship right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Let's take a look at today's monster moment fueled by Kroger. Here's Dominic Johnson with the game winner.
No, it is, and put yourself in a position where your team can win. Dominic Johnson set this up previous by the play by getting past his defender. Now when ICU was like, yo, and then you can do it, that partner. Big time win by the Ball Hogs.
Big win.
Big win. Put them at 4-3. They're right in the hunt. And that's all you want if you're Gary Payton.
You got tiebreakers, you got point differential, it's a lot of things at stake.
Well, and you got a very talented team that probably hasn't played up to their potential, but is in a position now to kind of make a late move late in the season.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter. First seed, the second, third, fourth, There's no home court advantage.
Nope.
We're all going to Dallas. We're all going to Orlando.
That's
so
right.
You just want to figure out a way to get in.
Yep, just get in.
When Rice sidestep three, no good. Good rebound, Garland Green. Over to Brewer, attacking a closeout behind the back. He goes up strong, no good. Gets it back though with the hustle play. 6 on the clock. Old school basketball right there at Brewer with the runner.
But after the timeout, and I talked about this before, the closing lineup for Calvin Murphy, who is it? You get Brewer back in the game, you have Green, and you got Johnson. And right there, able to pay off that substitution by Brewer, keeping the ball alive and now finishing it off with much-needed basket by the Rig hands.
Oh, I don't know how to. I think it's going to stay power ball.
I mean, here inside Johnson, beautiful spin move, created some space with that shoulder.
There's Millsap, gets free, big shot. 42-41 Power.
I tell you what, Nancy Lieberman, one of the best in the league too. Those situational basketball plays, underneath, out of bounds, side, out of bounds, able to just create a shot, a good-looking shot for their offense, and that time Millsap able to pay it off.
Gonna go inside to Johnson. Millsap's guarding. Does a pretty good job on the block. Green. Millsap with the board. Clears it. Then Rice gonna have to get going. He's got the flat. He spins. He goes up. Oh, and one opportunity. That's gonna be the third foul on Houston.
Well, think about this. Glenn Rice Jr. started off 0 for 8. Now this makes it 7 for 8 of his last field goals. 17 points with a chance to creep it up one more to 18. So you talked about finding your rhythm. I think he just stopped settling and start attacking. And as a result, this could be point number 18 and give Power a 4-point lead.
That's why I would be hesitant to bring the fire on a star player, especially if that star player is struggling. Because if he gets to bring the fire, he might take it to another level, and that's what we've seen with Glenn Rice.
Well, you called it on that one-on-one. He said if he makes this after making a basket, speaking of which, and Brewer.
Yeah, it's gonna be these two guys going at it. 45-43 power. Brewers wants to be the spoiler. Glenn Rice going right back at him. Goes over the top on the finish. Oh, it rolls out.
I don't think they heard the foul.
Oh, they called the foul. Okay.
They called the foul.
Called the foul.
Beautiful move. You know that was it. Now, you talked about it.
Here it is. Here it is. Calvin Murphy's going to bring the fire. Brought to you by Red Lobster.
Yeah, and here it is, 1-on-1. Very good, outstanding offensive player against an outstanding defensive player in Brewer. Now, the last time they had this in the first half, Glenn Rice Jr. was able to win out. He went right to a shot, went right, used that big body, created some space. Let's see if Brewer makes the adjustment, gets up into Rice a little bit more, forces him to be uncomfortable and take a tough shot.
All right, here's Rice.
Give him space.
Gets inside. He's deep in the paint, takes his time. Jump hook. How patient was that?
But Brewer gave too much space. Now,
hold on.
He's trying to argue the point.
I think he might have something to say about this. When he's stripped down on the ball, would that be a shot attempt?
Well, let's take a look. Now, Brewer's giving up space. Dribble, right there. The ball goes down. He strips it.
Why is that? Is that not a shot attempt?
See,
all right, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, they said he didn't go up into a shooting motion. I mean, that could be the only call for that.
Yeah, agreed. Brewer's upset about this. Like, what can I do about it? Nothing. Just go get a bucket. Here's Brewer looking to attack behind his back. TJ Klein picks it up. Rice for three. And the game. No good. Rebound Green. And he gets fouled.
And that time Rice would love to get that back. You got a tech.
Oh, no, this is not smart to get a tech. Not smart.
But TJ has been complaining about a few calls first half, second half, and this time it caught up with him.
Yeah, so this will be,
oh, this is huge.
I mean, it was going to be Houston ball anyways.
Yeah, but you get a point right here.
For sure. And it'll be Houston ball. Big free throw. Oh, didn't matter. Whew. That was tough. All right, so Houston down by 4 with the ball side out. Both teams have 4 fouls, so 2 fouls away from being to the bonus. But Houston needs a bucket right here.
I like the action with, we're going to this pick and roll, but Johnson and Brewer going straight to the post here.
They're going to foul on John Millsap.
Well, if you have an advantage, that's where it's at right there in the post with Johnson and Millsap, and I think Brewer wants to come back to it.
I think Millsap can guard. I'm not sure that's the advantage.
Why are they going to it?
I think he spent a lot of time guarding his brother.
Well, that's true, too. Oh, smart play.
I just think
smart play.
I wouldn't go at that matchup.
I like it.
I wouldn't go at that matchup. That's not.
I would use the pick and roll with those two.
100%.
With
that's
Brewer
exactly where you go
and
with
Johnson. That's what instead of a straight post up, use that pick and roll and force Power to have to figure out how to guard Brewer coming off, and that big body like we saw with the lob early with Johnson going to the basket.
Yeah, that would be the way to attack. All right, here's TJ Klein going into the dribble handoff, backdoor cut. Oh, and he's blocked. No whistle. Garland Green goes up. Oh man, TJ Klein got hit right in the jaw.
And he came down and got hit right up underneath the jaw. Again, nothing intentional, but he got caught in the air, Brian. Take a look at the end of the play here. This play was set up for Rice Jr. to go back door. Now watch Garland Green come, and once TJ left the ground, and that wasn't intentional by Green either with the shoulder. See, he's going up for a shot. Now, he hit him on the head.
Ooh.
Oh, man. That's brutal, bro. But if anybody's going to walk it off, it's going to be TJ Klein.
I mean, they do have a challenge. Only a mom could put her son in the Bring the Fire challenge after the jaw like that.
penalty to get the ball back, right?
If he makes it.
Yeah, to make it. There he is.
It's getting interesting. 47-45. I mean, Mom should have probably hit the button.
Yep, and she went late.
Hey, son, this is what you have to do here. We need to stop. All right, going inside to Johnson. Spins on the baseline, goes up. There's that bucket that they wanted.
The home crowd is now into the game, back into the game.
A three wins it. TJ coming into the screen, slips out of it. Rice Jr., downhill attack. Well, has to be something. At the block, yeah. That has to be something. Calvin Murphy is upset.
Well, that's a 6th foul, but they're not in the bonus, okay? So the ball is out on the side, okay? He moved. Now they want to.
You can't review it. You can't review the call. Can't review the challenge. Can't review. It's a non-shooting foul, or are they calling it a shooting foul?
No, the ball was on the ground. Because let's see, hold up. The officials, they said they can't challenge because it's not a shooting foul. Oh, wait.
I think Calvin Murphy is upset. Rice going one shot for 2 points.
And the ball back, more importantly.
And he gets the ball back.
And the ball back.
Biggest stop of the game for Houston. Power, keeping playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, watch, keep your eye on TJ Klein.
All right, here's Rice. Got the matchup he wants. Pulls it back out. He's got 5 on the clock. He's got to go. Attacking downhill. He goes up. No good.
Oh, he missed it. But he got a 3.
Brewer to Green to Johnson. Good scramble for Power. Garland Green for the lead. No good. Rice. Oh, TJ wide open underneath. And then ball game. Power finds a way to win again. Short-handed, guys out. One way or another, they figured it out.
Well, it's a microcosm of what's been going on with this Houston team this year. Beautiful play and recognition by Power. But last year, they figured out how to win games like this. This year, they haven't been able to close out games. And it came back to bite them once again. Remember the missed free throw earlier by Green, too. At the free throw line that could have closed the gap. Those little things.
You see it right there. How about the difference?